been February 21st. I guess it's not like, over a month, but not as long as I expected, honestly. I know, I feel like this season has gone by very quickly. Like, extremely quickly. I feel like my mic might be a little loud, so I'm just gonna turn it down a bit. Turn down the music as well. Yeah, I feel like this season has gone by very, very quickly. Hard to think, like, playoffs are just right around the corner. We're going to 3 more Hawks games this year, potentially 4 more. Nice. You're really, really getting in to watch the last bit of the season. I mean, that's fun. That's good for you. See, take a look at the Hawks schedule in the final run. The Hawks play Dallas, Minnesota, St. Louis, Nashville, Carolina, Vegas, and the Kings. Some pretty good teams there, pretty exciting teams. It should be fun. Wonder if they put out any of the lineup. Either team, yeah. Let's take a gander at that. Leafs. I don't think so. I don't think I've seen. Okay, the Leafs just did. Yeah, same. Oh, Riley's back in the lineup. That's good. So yeah, we got Bertuzzi, Matthews, Domi up front. McMahon, Tavares, Nylander, Nyes, Holmberg, Robertson, Dewar, Kent, Reeves. Nothing changing up front. Defense is Riley, Labushkin. So Riley coming back in. Benoit, McCabe, and Brody Timmins. So Giordano coming out of the lineup. And then it's Wolf starting tonight. I know that Vasilevsky is on the other side. Be a good one. Goaltending-wise, he'll be at the Stars, Wild, and Hurricanes. Thinking about going to the Blues one. I mean, that is pretty exciting. There's some good teams. Should be fun to watch. I haven't actually checked. Do the Wild really have a chance at making the playoffs here? No, not really. 6 points out. Probably not going to happen. Blues somewhat have a chance there. They're 3 points out with a game in hand. Or, well, not a game in hand. An extra game played. Kings have that game in hand, so. Yeah, Wild are basically done. Which is unfortunate for them. I mean, look at their cap situation, though, because obviously they have those the Parise and Suter deals. But yeah, this year, it's this year and next year that they have them both on for $7.3 million. God, that is so tough. That's a really tough pill to swallow. But after that, it's only $833,000 the next 4 seasons. Yeah, Wild pretty much done. There's still a little bit of a race in the East, though. You know, Detroit is tied in points with Washington. Washington has that game in hand. The Islanders are right there with 81 points. Pittsburgh still has an outside chance, 79 points. I guess Buffalo, sort of technically. I mean, Buffalo would need to get really lucky, but it's basically Me, I really feel like it comes down to Washington, Detroit. I don't think the Islanders are gonna do it. I know they're only 1 point out, but still. 1 second. I think we should be getting started soon, hopefully. So of course, really, honestly, the big question for me tonight is, will Matthews get any goals? that's basically what I'm looking for in these final couple of games here for the Leafs. Is just basically, how is Matthews gonna do? Is he gonna hit 70? That's what I want. I want so bad. It would be so nice if he hit 70. That'd be so sick. But he does need. I think he needs eight goals. In the final 8 games here. So it's not easy. It's gonna be tough. But I mean, it's Matthews. He obviously can do it. He started the year with 2 back-to-back hat tricks. So possible. Boom, 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 boom. Doing the national anthems, and then we should get ready to go. Internet. Boom. The other games going on today. To be honest, I don't actually know. Let's check. So the other games going on tonight, we have the Devils and Rangers. Later on is the Oilers and Stars. Then Kraken, Kings, and Coyotes, Ducks. So, okay matchups. Not anything too crazy. I know the Leafs tonight, they can clinch a playoff spot as long as they get a single point. So, overtime loss or a win will clinch a playoff spot for them. So hoping for that, that's for sure. Ooh. Man, I really hope that one day they get rid of the national anthems before the games. They're so pointless to me. I just do not care about them at all, man. I'm ready for them to go. Yeah, that's fair. I know. I was talking to my friend, and yeah, we were saying like, man, it's gonna suck to not have hockey soon. It'll be very unfortunate for sure. Okay. Pause the music. The game. And here we go. Let me see if I can get my clock up here. I think that should be the right clock. There. But yeah, it's like crazy. Crazy how close it is to the end of the season. National anthem in Chicago is a key part of Blackhawks games, feature his players amped up for the game. And I guess, I don't know, I've never liked the national anthems before the start of the game. I mean, I get why they did it when they started in World War II, I got that, but nowadays, personally, I feel like it's pointless. They can do other stuff to get the players and fans amped up for the game other than a national anthem. I think it's nothing crazy. Nylander will play it up to McMahon here, as there was a quick line change for the Matthews line. I've liked this Tavares, Nylander, McMahon line. Honestly, the lineup with Marner being out, like, they've actually, I've liked the top two lines. I wouldn't hate, keep trying. Oh, Belmar. That's not Belmar. It's sorry, I'm used to 41 being Belmar. I think that's Radish now. They can. Ooh, Nylander gets hit hard by Asimont at center ice. At the blue line. Matthews' line, I think, is right back out, yeah. So they went Matthews, Tavares, right back to the Matthews line. Cable played in. Played back, and Hedman tried to clear it. McCabe had to go up and over. That was a solid check on Nylander there. But Nylander gets right back up. Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I've always found the national anthems to be boring, and it's just like, I'd rather just the game to start. The game is more exciting than the national anthems. Especially when there's two national anthems. That's when I hate it. It's like, oh my god, please. I mean, to be fair, I never actually listen to them. I always have it. I always have my feed muted whenever they're on. And then when I'm at the game, I'm just like, kind of like, yeah, okay. It's here. Third line out for the Leafs. Holmberg, Nyes, and Robertson. They've been an interesting line. This kind of almost a young gun line, if you want to call it that. Even though, I mean, they're not. I think like Nyes is like 25 or not Nyes. Holmberg. I think Holmberg's like 25 or something like that. They're not really that young, but they're all rookies pretty much. Or not very experienced, and they're definitely a little bit of a mess in their own end. That's for sure, especially Robertson. Robertson, I like the kid a lot. I like Robertson. I think the Leafs need to keep him. But, man, he sometimes in his own end, he's just, he's not great. But they're like, you saw it, I think it was it against Buffalo? I think it was against Buffalo, where they just had a terrible shift in their own end. They could not get it out whatsoever. And then, all of a sudden, they sprung it loose. Oh, Reeves with the tip. They just went wide. Oh, and a big hit by Reeves as well. Benoit, Kampf with the shot. That goes high. Here's Benoit again behind the net. Stop up and ring it back around for Reeves, who hits Hedman hard. Couple of big hits by Reeves here. It's a good shift by him. Now that shot there, I think it goes off a leg and wide. Now they'll just clear the puck, and is that going to be icing? I don't think so. That was a big shift by Reeves. Yeah, as I was saying, that Robertson, Nyes, and Holmberg line, they had just a terrible shift in their own end, and then it just turned around. There's a quick breakout, and Nyes fed Robertson for a breakaway, and he scored. Like, he has a great shot, but he's just not great in his own end. When did the Leafs do a sweater of the St. Pat jersey? So this is my newest one that I got. So this is from the first the first generation of those CCM Heritage jerseys that, there's quite a bit of. So this one was made probably around 1992 to 1994. So it's just part of that CCM Heritage line that they did back in the day. And it's pretty sweet. I like it a lot. I was like, yeah, it's my newest addition to the collection. I might as well wear it. Here's a little chance for the Lightning. McMahon does a good job getting back. He'll feed it over for Nylander on the close side. Nylander comes in. He gets tripped up. And there'll be a penalty. The Leafs will go on the power play. And this is where I have my concerns with the Leafs. Coming into the... Yeah, it's definitely a trip there. Did Hagel stick? Yeah, it's Hagel. Couldn't tell if it was Hagel or Radish. Both sticks that are gone the way. My biggest concern here with the Leafs coming into the playoffs is their power play. And it's something that... It's just a yearly tradition with the Leafs where they start off, have such a good power play, and they maintain that really good power play. It'll sometime peak in about January or February, and then after that, it just dies off, and it's so awful heading into the playoffs, and they almost never have a good power play. Here's Matthews. He'll feed it back for Riley just out of his reach, and the Leafs will have to go back. Nylander has to battle there for the puck against Glendening. Yeah, since March 1st, the Leafs have an 8.5% power play, ranked last. And the Lightning, to their credit, 97.2 penalty kill, ranked first. But yeah, like, I think, I remember looking it up. I think last year the Leafs power play in the playoffs was 25%. And it's the first time that it was over 20% in like the last, 6 years or whatever. So basically, since they've kind of started getting back into the playoffs again, and they finally went around because of it. Like Matthews to Tavares! Oh, and that's deflected there. I think Cirelli got a piece of it. Nice play back to Riley here at the line. Riley for Matthews. He shoots, stop there. Didn't really have much room. Matthews to Domi. Here's Riley. Domi again. Then up front, Tavares hits the post and goes wide. Going off the outside of the post there. Matthews for Nylander. He had trouble holding on to that one, and Cirelli will pick up the puck as Nylander was in a battle, and that'll get cleared to center. Riley tries to send it right back in. Nylander shoots, and that's blocked. Now here come the Lightning. A little 2-on-2, 3-on-2. Here's Dumba. Get that shot away. Good stick by Riley. Ooh, Dumba. Puck comes back to him, and kind of a close one there. Tampa still doesn't have a shot on goal. 13:46 in. Here's the second unit. Only on for the last 5 seconds. Robertson will play it in. Leafs trying to come up with it. Tuzi just throws it towards the net and it goes wide. Now that puck deflects off of a stick. Goes up and out of play. Yeah, just the Leafs power play and penalty kill is my biggest concern with them right now. I know also, with the penalty kill and power play, Marner's been out for, quite a while here, and he has a massive part of both of those sections of the Leafs, of their, specialty teams. He is a really huge part of it. And, Riley has also kind of been here and there. He's been out for the past two games or so. But yeah, I still nervous about them. I don't know, for some reason I just don't have a ton of confidence in the Leafs this year. I'm not quite too sure what it is. Even though Bertuzzi has really kind of stepped up his game and has started to play quite well. Domi's been pretty good as well. Got some, big bodies on the back end with, Benoit and Bushkin. Obviously, we've had McCabe for, last year's run as well as all of this year. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I'm not quite too sure what it is, but I'm just not super confident in them. I wish I was. Hey, Leafs fan, how's it going? Yeah, they're showing what the heck? They're showing points butt end of his stick, and he has so much tape, and then obviously Bertuzzi, where it's like literally just one strip. Interesting. Got camo tape too. Bars to take the offensive zone draw here. Point will take it against him. Bars wins it back. Benoit has to just scoop it in, and that allows Hedman to play it to Kucherov, and they're going to call that icing. So, redo that draw. Shots are only 3-0 for the Leafs, so not a super high event game so far. 7 minutes in. Leafs will win the draw again, but it's Kucherov stealing that puck from the back pass there. Kucherov tries to center it, goes off the back of the net. Now here's McMahon up ahead. It goes off a lightning stick, so it puts Nylander offside. He'll have to touch up. Hedman walks around McMahon there. No, he walked around. That was McCabe. McMahon was the one back. I assume the first guy was the forward. Wrong. Benoit. Feed for Tavares, and once again, that stretch pass to Nylander that's intercepted. They do really like that stretch pass to Nylander. Speaking of, here comes Willie. He gets poke checked, so he'll have to go back, and now he feeds it over to Dewar. Dewar, that's the net! Didn't get really a good shot on goal there. I think he was stopped by stick in front first. Kampf falls into the ref there. That was kind of iffy. It's a battle. Reeves comes and picks out the puck. He gets knocked down by Cernak. Kucherov will flip it just to center. He'll play it in as Glendening goes on the forecheck as the rest of the line change. Riley kicks it over to Lyubushkin. Lyubushkin gets collapsed on, but pretty good play there with two players on him. Ooh, and that Reeves almost kind of got shot in like just a face, like almost like a little punch in the face. Phil Kessel's NHL career over? It might be. I don't know. I'm surprised that no one really took a waiver on him. I mean, I know obviously that the Canucks kind of did a little bit. They were looking at him before the trade deadline, but I'm not sure. Obviously, I didn't see if they ever said what happened there, why that kind of fell through. If it wasn't, maybe Kessel just wasn't in shape, or exactly what happened, or they just decided to go against or in a different direction. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it might be, unfortunately. I hope it's not. I hope he does sign somewhere for next season, but we'll see. Uzi wraps around, it hits a broken stick, but still gets to Domi. Uzi, back for Domi. McCabe, that kind of deflected off his stick, and McCabe hits Hagel, but just only gets a piece of him, and a good stick there. I'm surprised no penalty on the Leaf player. Oh, there is a penalty. Okay. I was like, Domi tripped up Hagel. Now here's Hagel again. He had a lot of room, but couldn't get a shot away. Now it's 6-on-5 for the Lightning as that delayed penalty is imminent. Now here's Kucherov back to the point. Hedman with the shot, and they score. The first shot of the game for the Lightning ends up in the back of the net. Let's see. So it's down to Hagel for Kucherov, back for Hedman, and Woll wasn't seeing anything there. And it's a good shot too, but that's a tough one. I'll say this: I don't think Woll has been particularly bad over the past couple of games that he's played, but his numbers have not been good. At least from what I can remember, I feel like he's not had very good numbers. And I know, I know there was kind of a little bit of a question, probably about a month ago, of who was going to start in the playoffs for the Leafs, Woll or Samsonov. But I think Samsonov it's really become clear. I mean, for myself, I still thought Samsonov would have been the starter about a month ago, but now it's not even a question. It's definitely Woll for sure. Or Samsonov for sure. There's Riley with a shot, and that's stopped by Vasilevsky, and he'll hold on. On a Leafs jersey with Wendell Clark retirement patch on it. I'll send you a link. Let's see. Doing on Discord, yeah. Huh. Kind of a cool one. See what the shipping would be to Canada. Grabowski, too. I kind of want a Grabowski jersey. Shipping Canada's $30. Okay. Not too bad. I will watch that. Put it in my watch later. We'll see if I get that one. I appreciate you sending me that. I might get it. Part of me feels like the NHL regular season is too long and I just want to see playoff hockey. I understand what you're saying. I definitely... I feel like this year went by a lot quicker than other years usually do. I don't know. I feel like most of the time, I feel like the regular season goes by fairly slow, and I usually would say it feels almost too long. But I don't know. I still like. I don't know if maybe I would say too long. I never get bored of regular season hockey. Obviously, I would like to see playoff hockey sooner, but that also means that I stopped watching hockey soon. So I'm fine with the length on it. But this year especially, I mean, Nick and I were talking. It feels like this year has gone by quick, at least in my opinion. Yeah, it's just they're showing the goal again. It's just a good screen. Yeah, that is a cool one for sure. I don't know if I've seen another jersey with that retirement patch. Most points this season. Oh, Leeing. Okay, I was like, I read that graph and I was like, it was saying McKinnon with 21 and Kucherov with 113, and I was like, what? But no, most days leading in NHL points. That makes a little bit more sense. Bertuzzi tries to go a pass through the legs to hit Matthews. It didn't get there. Matthews shields off Paul there pretty well. Bertuzzi to Matthews. Oh, it's a good save by Vasilevsky. Now, Lightning are the other way. And it's another penalty coming up for the Leafs. A pass tipped in front. Glendening with a chance and get through. AC Mont. Finally, the Leafs will touch it here. The Leafs on the penalty kill. But here's the really nice play. So Matthews, reverse check on Paul. Domi sends it down, and that's just a really good pass by Bertuzzi to Matthews. Gets the shot away, but then here's the shot by Paul, and Brody gets a slash in there. where to find the jersey retirement patches since the Leafs made double little patch basically. Yeah, yeah. Like I don't know if I've ever seen a Wendell Clark retirement patch on a jersey. So cool for sure, and I will definitely see if I want to get that jersey because it's also Grabowski, and I want a Grabowski jersey. So it kind of fills two holes there, and I do also kind of want because I think that one was a Reebok one. Yeah, and I think I have the CCM version. So actually, also do. Nope, there we go. Yeah, and I have this CCM version, I believe, or is it the Coho? I don't remember what brand I have, but anyways, it's not the Reebok one. So I kind of also wanted the Reebok one. So it fills a lot of parts that I want for sure. If the Leafs fail to go far in the playoffs again, do you think this would be the offseason changes? Oh, do you think this will be the offseason they finally make those drastic changes? Honestly, no, I don't think so because I like. What can you do? Here's McMahon coming down the left-hand side. He takes the shot and stopped by Vasi. He'll make sure to play that one, so no whistle. Because like, okay, well, what do you do? Matthews is signed, right? Obviously, you weren't going to do anything with Matthews. Nylander, you just signed him. So he's not going to move. You can't move Marner, like you just can't. And okay, like Tavares, he only has 1 year left on his deal. So, like, if anything, it would probably be the season after that big changes would happen because Marner's and Tavares' contract is up. So that's probably where you can make a decision. Okay, maybe let's not re-sign Tavares. Maybe let's not re-sign Marner, which I think would be a terrible idea. Don't I think you basically need to re-sign Marner at this point. Amp does a good job breaking up that pass, and he'll send it down. Yeah, I don't. I think basically with them deciding to fire Dubas and go to Tree Living in this past offseason, and it kind of handcuffed Tree Living to make a decision within like a month, and it would be a really big decision. The Leafs do kill off that penalty, by the way. Yeah, they kind of handcuffed him into making a really big decision within only a month. Ooh, Matthews blocks that pass, and he's coming away here. Matthews gets caught up by Duclair. He'll find Riley, though, and Riley's shot gets blocked. Tries to center it, goes off the back of the net. But yeah, no, I don't think any big changes are going to happen if the Leafs don't go anywhere in the playoffs this offseason. I don't think they can do much. They don't really have many options. Jersey retirement took place November 2008 against the Blackhawks. I would have been a fan of the Leafs at that time, but I also would have been 11. So I don't know if I even would have watched that game. Yeah, it's just Duclair. Duclair had a lot more speed than Matthews did there. My feed just went to black, but they were definitely still playing the game. Pretty sure they were still playing the game. I heard pucks go around the boards and stuff, but I guess we're in for commercial. I heard two big reasons why the Leafs didn't trade for a big name. The deadline this year was because they didn't have the cap space and they didn't have the draft picks. Yeah, I mean, cap space, sure, for sure. I do think that they could have done stuff with the draft picks that they had. But cap space is probably a more like I mean, obviously, there's some ways that they could have worked it around to get that cap space free, but yeah, I do I didn't love the their trade deadline this year. I will say that. You know, obviously, not like they did anything bad, but I would have liked to see a bigger name for sure. Chaos in Madison Square Garden happened. Full line brawl versus the Devils. That is fun. It's always fun. Yeah, Joseph Woll allowing a goal on the first shot in his 3 of his last 4 starts. That's not great. I mean, like, it's difficult because like this one here, you can't really blame him. It was a screen. You couldn't see anything, but it does suck. It does suck a lot. Sometimes, it's just about kind of luck. Tuesday couldn't get that pass to Matthews. Take a check there. Now here come the Lightning. Cirelli will play it in. Timmins gets hit hard by Stamkos there. Cernak sends it in for Hagel. Cernak sends it down. There's a shot, and that goes high above the net. We'll go back into Lightning defensive zone. 14 defensemen used this season by the Lightning, which is second in the NHL. Wonder who's the first. Ooh, Woll out to play it. Ooh. Careful there, Woll. Oh, now it's a turnover. Here's Jeannot. And that's gloved down by Woll. Like I said, this third line for the Leafs is a little bit of a mess in their own end. But thankfully, Woll's there to clean it up. Most likely, the Penguins are going to be entering a rebuild. Do you think they'd be interesting in trading Crosby? I mean, I think it's entirely up to Crosby there. It's whether Crosby wants to stay in Pittsburgh or not. I don't think they're gonna trade him unless they might come up to him and ask, but if Crosby's like, nah, I want to stay, I don't think they move him. Ooh, and they call that play offside. Nice, tried to find Robertson. Samsonov is 16-3-1 in his last 20 starts. Pretty good. That's pretty good. Riley will send that puck in. Vasilevsky stops it up. Lightning bring it out here. He's trying to send them right back, and puck lifted high as Jeannot will play it out, but Robertson back on it here. Robertson will dump it, and they go off for a change. Who do you want in the playoffs, Boston or Florida? Boston. I know Florida has, struggled as of late, but I would rather Boston, man. I know that might be a little weird, but I wanted Boston last year too. Now, to be fair, it wasn't because I thought that the Leafs had a better chance against Boston. I thought it was just because, I was on that high of winning a series, and the Leafs are going back to the penalty kill again. It's McMahon with a trip on Fleury. They will touch up here. Just undisciplined. But it's McMahon. He going after Fleury, and he just kind of gets his foot out, and that's what trips Fleury. Yeah, he missed. He didn't really go for the check. He kind of just went for the flyby and got his leg. Trip. Yeah, last year I said I wanted Boston too, but that was just because I was on the high of winning a round finally, and I wanted to take out all the all the demons. But I do still think that I would rather Boston than Florida. Penguins are in a similar situation as the Blackhawks were with Kane and Taves. Crosby would have to tell them to trade him, not the Penguins go to him. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess to be fair, it is Dubas, and Dubas, you know, he is very loyal. So yeah, maybe he wouldn't even go and ask, and maybe Crosby would have to say something to him. But yeah, I don't see Crosby being traded. I don't think that he will. Got to switch my clock. Minute left here on the power play for the Lightning. Point. He'll bring it in. Oh, and he kind of got clotheslined by Holmberg. I think that could have been a penalty. I mean, it was just Holmberg trying to get a piece of points, and I think he almost got like his stick tangled with another player there. I'm not sure if it was another Leafs player or Tampa player, but he kind of got clotheslined. Let's see. Here's Point coming in, and yeah, I think Holmberg kind of just gets his stick caught. Yeah, he gets his stick caught in between Duclair, and I mean, I don't know. I still think you probably could have called a penalty there. That's just me. After this season, I think Kyle Dubas' biggest mistake as a Leaf GM was not re-signing Zach Hyman. The Leafs couldn't afford him. So I like, obviously I know Zach Hyman has like 50, what is it, 53 goals now, or whatever the hell it is. He's not getting that on the Leafs. It's just not. And Hagel gets tripped. No call again. Leafs are getting a little lucky here. They're letting some stuff go. Yeah, I don't think Hyman is getting 50 plus goals in Toronto. I just don't think that's happening. He's playing with McDavid. He's playing with the best player in the league. So, obviously, I'm not saying that, Hyman's not a good player. He obviously is. And, I loved Hyman when he was a Leaf. But it's just, here's Bertuzzi to Matthews, and he got stick checked there. Couldn't get a shot away. Ooh, and now it's a penalty coming up against the Lightning. I think it's Glendening getting interference on Riley. See. Yeah, that's a trip on the Leafs as Hagel tried to enter the zone on the power play and didn't get anything. Yeah, that's a little bit of a pick from Glendening there. But yeah, as I was saying, like, love Hyman. I don't think he hits 50 goals in Toronto, so like, the Leafs just can't afford that 5.5 for him. They just can't. And we'll see if this is something that he can even keep up. I think this is going to be a career year for him, and I don't think this is going to be an every season thing for Hyman where he's going to hit 50 goals. I think he's going to go back to kind of his usual 20-something. There's a shot, scores, and that's Matthews. Right off the draw. 63 goals for Matthews. Needs 7 more to hit 70. Fuck yeah, bro. Let's go. So it's a face-off win by Tavares, and just quickly over from Riley to Matthews, and he just fires it under the arm of Vasilevsky. Oh. It just it deflected off his blocker and in. Fucking go. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see. I just wish Kane comes back to Chicago when he's ready to hang up the skates. Yeah, that's fair. I I mean, even if he doesn't like come back for like, you know, a full year or even like a little bit, wouldn't be surprised if he signs like a 1-day contract just to retire as a Blackhawk. You know, it's happens quite frequently, so I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that. Just for the memes, I kind of want Matthews to score 67 or 69. Yeah, that is fair. Brody sends it over to Dewar. He shoots, stopped, rebound. Oh, just put wide by Reeves. Hanf with the shot, stopped, rebound, and Reeves in front. He's jamming at it, and yeah, the Lightning do not like that. And they will jump on him. And I don't overly blame them. Reeves was kind of poking pretty hard there, and Reeves comes out of the pile smiling. Yeah. This has been a good first period. I mean, Reeves has been pretty good over the past, little bit here. He has been a serviceable fourth liner. He was not that at the start of the year, but he's been all right. It'd be nice to see Kane do what Sharp did by signing a 1 year, and I mean Kane gets to play with Bedard. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Only 2.5 seconds left to go in the period. Matthews line out there again. Defensive zone draw, and Matthews will win it. Back to McCabe. Matthews will just play it in out of Bertuzzi's reach, so comes back to center. Hagel tries to dump it in, gets blocked by Matthews. Just 7 seconds left. Matthews coming in with a shot, and that gets stopped there. Matthews from the side can get that towards the front of the net, and that will get cleared, and it will do it for the first. So Matthews does hit 63. Matthews hits 63 goals. High game. That is mostly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Matthews get a goal. That's really what I was hoping for tonight. At least one. Hopefully he gets more. If he gets more, that'd be sweet. I'd be down with that. What record I haven't seen many people talk about for Matthews is that he only needs to score 3 more goals for the most goals scored in the salary cap era. Yeah, I think that's mostly just because of the fact that everybody is focusing on 70 for Matthews, because it is such a reachable goal. Like, he can hit that. I think there was a lot more of that talk last year. I remember last year, talking about maybe him passing Ovi. But I think this year, since he's been so dominant, a lot of focus has been on, well, what if he just gets 70? What if he blows past the 65 and gets 70? So I think that's why most people have kind of been talking about that. I think what I want to do is we'll play some I think I want to play some of my Portal games that I usually like to play. Kind of held off on doing them today, so thought might as well do them on stream. I did plan on doing that from the start. Might try and pick up a new friend. Oh my god, hold on 1 second. My nose is... Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Needed to die, pretty much. I think it could be okay. I try and pick up a Newfoundland Growlers jersey. They wore a 5-year anniversary patch this year. Now they folded. That would be cool to own. That is true. That would be a very cool jersey to own with that patch for sure. Yeah, it was kind of sad to see them fold. I like their jerseys. Their jerseys are pretty sweet. I'm kind of glad that I have that one. So it's the Leafs night one. Even though I don't particularly like it, it's nice to have, especially now that they're a folded franchise. Oilers play tonight, and McDavid only needs 3 more assists to hit 100. I think he's going to do it tonight. Who are they playing again? They're playing the Stars. Probably not. I don't think he hits it tonight. Can't get the jersey with the 5-year patch on it. It's sold out. Ah, that's too bad. Kind of makes sense, though. I mean, probably can find it eventually on, eBay or something like that. But, yeah, it's probably going to be difficult. I mean, also, it was a Leafs organization, so a lot of fans probably will jump on that. Anyways, I want to do my, Bulls thing. So, this is Bandle. Basically, it plays little parts of the song for you, and you have to guess what song it is. Obviously, we have hints as well. It's released in 1979, 22 million views on YouTube, and it should be an easy one. These never help me. I'm never good at knowing what year a song came out. Sounds so familiar. Dun, 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 dun. Like, Whip It? No? Dun, dun. Oh, what is the song? Oh, it's so bad. I know the song. Thus. Okay, this is the song that I'm thinking of. What's it? Oh, it's like My Sharona. What is it called? It's My something. I don't think that's what the song is called, but I feel like it's My something. Was it My Sharona? Yeah, it's My Sharona, right? Nothing else. Not a C, right? Okay, yeah, definitely not a C. I think it's this. Okay, it is that. All right. Okay. Listen. This is my favorite part. I love it. I love it. I love just the awful. Sometimes it's actually pretty good, but when it kicks in with the voice and everything like that, sometimes it's real bad. Oh no, I don't think I'll get copyright struck from that. It's usually off enough. Also, like it's like 10 seconds, so it'll be fine. This one is Cuba. I know this one. It's offbeat enough that it should be pretty okay. And yeah. So yeah, anyways, this is just Worldo. Obviously, you get the outline of the country. I like to do the neighbors and stuff like that as well, so obviously that's USA. Fine, United States of America. Not sure what that is. That is Mexico. The third one is Mexico. This one is Haiti. Neighbors of Cuba. mean, like, probably Dominica Republic. Ooh. Trinidad and Tobago. That's like basically all I know. I'm trying to avoid chat. I don't want any chat spoilers. That's like, yeah, no, that's all I know. I'll give up. What were the other ones? Ah, Jamaica and Bahamas. Oh, that's so bad. Okay, these two I should have known. These two I definitely should have known. Sure. Jamaica and Bahamas, Cayman Islands. That one I wasn't gonna get in. Turks and Caicos. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Thank you, Rick, by the way. Do you think the Canucks are like the Devils and they'll fall back down to earth next year? Somewhat. Yeah, I do think that this is a standout year for the Canucks, and I felt that way with the Devils as well. However, I didn't think the Devils would fall this hard. I thought that they would still make it to the playoffs, or make it to the playoffs. I never really guessed the capital city because I'm always bad with that, so I want to see what it is though. And should have known that. Cuba isn't it this? That's Mexico. That's the United States. I think that's Jamaica. Okay, it is Cuba. Yeah, I didn't know these ones. I think that's all I do. Yeah, I don't do any. No. All right. The next one. Next up is Globla. So this is like you just guess the country. So I usually guess what was on Worldle. So we'll do Canada because it's 2,000 away, and that's further away. So maybe Chile. Chile is closer. Like Brazil. That's not how you spell Brazil. That's not how you spell Brazil. Okay, it was just Brazil. All right, that's an easy one. Not too difficult there. Right, next, travel. I have to go from Guinea-Bissau to Equatorial Guinea. I think Cameroon is probably where we start. These are big helps. These are big. And then I think it's Mali. And then this is Guinea right here. I think Senegal not touch both. I think Senegal touches both. It does. Okay. What's this country then? Country is okay. I didn't realize that Guinea was that that far out. Okay. All right. There you go. That's good. That was a perfect run. That was nice. And we can do Cine to Nerdle. So this here. Basically, 4 of these make a movie. So we have X, Storm, I was thinking X-Men, but I don't see anything like that. Football. Pick. Okay, well, I think I see Fantastic Four. There's Thing, Doom, Fantastic. Oh, Storm is for, like, is this going to be like Fantastic Four 2 Rise of the Silver Surfer? No, it's just regular Fantastic. Interesting. Next we have Spike Lee. Irish. I'm assuming that could be like Irishman, maybe. Don't know these other ones, I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure about these other ones. So, at this point, I do sometimes just do a little bit of moving around. Like that. Right moves football. No idea, honestly. Brooklyn? Nope. Okay, but Denzel Washington. Nope. Irish. X. Malcolm X. Okay, that makes sense. What would these movies be? Oh, this is just Brooklyn. Literally, I think that's just what the movie is called. It's Brooklyn. And Tom Cruise football moves right. I don't know what this one is. All the Right Moves. I have not heard of this movie. And yeah, this is Brooklyn. Okay, that makes sense. So then we have one more that we can find. So now that we have 4 of these, there is one more that connects all 4 columns here. So we can do. Honestly, a lot of the time I kind of just play around with this one. I usually don't look too hard. I'm like, all right, kind of done at this point. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Right Thing, Spike Lee. Like, Do the Right Thing, is that a movie? Okay, that is a movie called Do the Right Thing. All right, interesting enough. I didn't know this one. This is news to me. Yeah, I always kind of give up on that last one, to be honest. Takes too long. I don't have the brain capacity to do that. All right, and then we have the reverse version. So now this is 4 movies, and we got to find a connection there. So it can be like director, cast member, theme, location. So like the first one that I'm seeing right away, Hacksaw Ridge, Dunkirk, Apocalypse Now, War, but Full Metal Jacket, Good Morning Vietnam, and Apocalypse Now. I think those are all Vietnam War. And Dunkirk, obviously, Hacksaw Ridge is not near that one. I don't think Zero Dark 30 is Vietnam War. I think these are all just different wars. Because I think 1917, Dunkirk, just different wars. Oh, that's not all World War One. I thought that was all World War One. Uh-oh. Zero Dark 30, yeah. So these are like the Afghanistan War, if I'm not mistaken. Nation game? Uh-oh. Okay. I don't know the connection. I don't, because it's. Oh god. Okay, so I messed something up here. One of these goes the other way. God. That's not good. This is bad. This is going to be a bad one for me, because I've royally screwed myself. I feel like these are all just different wars. Like, I feel like this is the Vietnam War, the Afghanistan. I thought this was like World War One, and I assumed this is World War Two. I don't know Wings or Deer Hunter. I've not heard those movies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I don't know. I'm screwed here. We're gonna have to, like... Nope. Nope. Okay. Okay, can I salvage this? I don't think so. Okay, so... Hold on, shapes. Okay, shapes, how do they work? So, Wings, Deer Hunter, Oppenheimer... Oh, God. Okay, well, we got 2, which is okay. Okay, so I was right. These are just different wars. So what screwed me up? Okay. So it was the top one that... Okay, I understand what I screwed up. So it was the top 3, the Oppenheimer, Wings, and Deer Hunter, ones that I had up here. I didn't realize what Deer Hunter... So Deer Hunter is a Vietnam War. You know what? That I probably should have tried screwing around with that one first. I wasn't sure about that one. But I was right. They were all different... Yeah. I was dumb about it. I was just stupid about it. You think Matt Rempe needs to chill out on the fights? I mean, he kind of has, for the most part. Has he not? Pretty sure he has. Also, I think the game should be back on here. Mistaken, or it should be back on fairly soon. So, back to this screen here. I was basically done with the my dulls anyways, so it was good timing. Second period. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I feel like he's been filled out. Opening face-off between Devils and Rangers tonight. He dropped the gloves again. Oh, did he? Okay, I missed that. I mean, yeah, probably. He probably should chill out a little bit. You know, the young guy, he doesn't need to fight every single game. But also, as long as he knows the risks, then it's up to him, right? You know, his own guy, he's his own man. He can do what he wants, even if it is maybe a little dumb. All right, so second period starting here. Leafs with 11 shots on goal to Tampa's 4 in the first period. And Tampa had 3 power plays. But still a tie, 1-1. Riley can't get it out of the zone. Matthews gets taken down, and that'll be another penalty. This is a penalty-filled game. Let's see. So it's Hagel that puts the puck around Riley, and then, I mean, it's a little bit of a kick by Hagel, but I feel like you could probably argue that one if you're Hagel. They're talking about like the start of a period power play, because usually off the start of the period, I usually feel like power plays are not that effective. But I feel like that's only the case when, like, you immediately, when you already had a power play at the end of like your previous period, and then you're coming in with a power play. Domi goes offside here. I feel like if you at least have a little bit of game, even though it's only 30 seconds, a little bit easier, but yeah, I need to move the clock again. I used to go to a Leafs game every year, but ever since the tickets got stupidly expensive, I stopped. Kind of sad because it's something I love to do. Yeah, that is really unfortunate. I haven't been to a game this year, either. Because yeah, they are expensive for a lot. Obviously not as much as as Leafs games are, because I don't live in Toronto. But yeah, I've not gone to one this year, even though I really would like to. Yeah, I mean, it's like one reason why you saw so many Leaf fans in Buffalo. And that's another offside by Domi and Nylander. But yeah, that's why you saw so many Leaf fans in Buffalo, is because tickets are cheaper. Now, sure, they're not that much cheaper because it is Toronto coming in to play, but Tampa will win the draw there, send it down. So 45 seconds left to go in this power play here to start the second. Okay, we'll send it up, so it's the second unit out here for the Leafs. Now McMahon gets into the zone. Timmins will play it in, and McMahon tried to get a pass back from Bertuzzi. He had fallen, so couldn't get there, and that puck goes up and out of play. So fortunate bounce there for the Leafs, so they can get an offensive zone draw. That top unit will come back out. 25 seconds left to go in the power play. Leafs are ranked 10th in power play goals this season. Not terrible, but once again, just it's not been good as of late. It's been really bad, actually. Here's Nylander. Tries to come out front, but got denied. Now that pass blocked there, and Tampa will flip it out. Cirelli trying to jump on it, and Woll will cover that. 4 seconds left to go in the power play. Boom, boom, boom. Tavares to take the draw. And he kind of wins it-ish. Tampa will get control, and that shot goes wide by Kucherov. Power play now done. Only one shot for the Leafs. Now Hagel, out of the box, gets it to point. He shoots. And Woll didn't see it. I didn't see where it went, but it went off, I think, Matthews, and out of play. I'm not even sure where that went. I don't even know if it went off Matthews or what. Do you think reverse retro jerseys will go up in value in the future because the NHL is not going to do it again? No, but I don't think that they'll go down in value. They're pretty value, like, right now, especially, like, you know, if you have the Colorado reverse retro 1.0 or the, you know, any of the, especially the first reverse retro line, those ones go for quite a bit because, you know, there was kind of a limited selection. The reverse retro 2s, they made a little bit more of those. So yeah, like, you know, Capitals for the reverse retro 1.0, Colorado, like I mentioned, Arizona, Kings as well. I think those are all pretty high up in value right now. I don't think they'll go any higher, but I don't think they'll go much lower, to be honest. With the reverse retro 2.0s, they were made a little bit more, like there was a little bit more of those made. So like I've seen like the Kings reverse retro 2.0 go for, you know, almost retail, and to me, I think it's the nicer one. I like, oh, up front, and they score. Braden Point off a pass from Kucherov. That's a great move by Point there. But it's a bad turnover here by the Leafs. So Lyubushkin tries to play it up the boards. Duclair cuts it off, and then Kucherov fights off Lyubushkin. And that's a great move by Point there to not only not shoot the puck right away and bring it over to his left. I think maybe most guys would just get too excited, you know, being alone in front and get a great pass. I think most guys would just probably shove it right into the pads of the goaltender, but a good play by Point, and yeah, not great defense. Not great defense. It was really bad. But yeah, even some of the reverse retro 2.0s though, they go for a lot. Like Vegas's, that one goes for quite a bit. Trying to remember another one right now, but yeah, I know Vegas goes for quite a bit. So yeah, overall, like, I know a lot of people. Ooh, and Homer gets hit down hard there. Now Holmberg will pick it back up. He gets hit again. Who's 41? Daily face off. Lightning. Chafee. He was the guy that hit Holmberg twice there. I'll be honest, I've not heard of that guy. Take a look. Here's Domi, though, with a shot stopped. Rebound! Stopped again. Matthews on that rebound. Oh, Bertuzzi in front, couldn't get there. Timmins with a shot blocked. Now Matthews, oh, just out of his reach. Matthews back to the point. Here's Brody. Finds Domi. Matthews shoots off of a leg. Matthews, he wants it. He takes the shot, and that's blocked again. A good shift here by the Leafs. Domi up high, sends it for Matthews. Matthews with some room, he shoots. I think Riley tipped that. Goes high and it gets cleared and it goes into the Leafs bench. Okay, yeah, the Keifi guy, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He's only played 25 games. Yeah, and Riley does get a tip there. I don't think he was intending to get a tip. I don't think he meant to, but he tipped it. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know a lot of people are kind of afraid of Fanatics taking over and everything like that. So there are some jerseys that are, I think, or at least some people are afraid that jerseys are going to go up in price, like in terms of, not in terms of like Fanatics upping the price, because I think that is a possibility, unfortunately. Tavares trying to come up front and doesn't get a shot away. Nylander up high. Shoots. I think Vasilevsky got a piece of it. Nylander on it again. Trying to break the check of Glendening there. He'll get over to Tavares. Tavares down low to Riley. Riley comes up high. Takes a shot. Stopped. And there's a rebound that was wide open, but no one was there. Now here's Tyler Mott coming away. Mott takes a shot, and that goes wide. But, yeah, I think a lot of people, for some reason, assume that Adidas jerseys are going to go up in price after Fanatics takes over. Maybe for a bit. Maybe. But that's just because of people freaking out. I don't think it's going to last. It's going to be basically an inflated price because people are scared. I don't think it's going to be their actual value if they do even go up. Because, yeah, like a regular... I know some people have like them buying... I saw someone say that they bought 50 Adidas jerseys. I think like at full price or barely discounted because a nice move by Point over, and that is put high by Radish. What a move by Point, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't think you need to worry about the regular jerseys going up in price for Adidas jerseys. I think if they do, it'll be an inflated price for a couple of months, maybe a year. Especially jerseys, that's a whole different situation. I still don't think they're going to go up that much, but yeah, like, I mean, I know right now the Devils, the Devils Stadium Series jersey is ridiculous. I've seen some jerseys go for like 1,000, like just their regular Adidas Indo jerseys go for 1,000, which is just unbelievable. I don't know why. Like I know Adidas really screwed up on those jerseys, but man, I can't even fathom paying $1,000 for an Indo Adidas jersey. I think that is ridiculous. That was a great move from Point, and Radish just puts it high. Yeah, like it's. I think it's really stupid that people are even paying those prices. I mean, like I've seen sometimes them even go for like 600 is still way too much for me. Like I wouldn't. And these are like blank jerseys too. They're not even with players. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I'm definitely on the side of like. Obviously, I don't like Fanatics. I'm not excited that they're taking over. I don't look forward to what they are going to do when they do make their own materials and stuff like that. However, I think people are going a little bit too crazy with thinking it's going to be the end of everything. Like, it's... Adidas is still going to have their blowout sale at the end of the year. You can wait for that. It's not going to be a big deal. Speaking of, I need to make a video. I need to make a video soon about... I've been planning on making a video, redoing my video of, you know, where I buy my jerseys. I've been planning on doing that for, like, you know, a year. And I have not gotten to it. I'll probably do it soon since it's playoff soon. When the first NHL Fanatics jerseys get released after either going to get super shocked because of how good they are, super disappointed that as expected. Yeah, well, like, I think the first year or two of Fanatics is going to be fine. I don't think it's going to be a big deal because, like, apparently it's going to be about the same. Like, they're not going to make too many changes from everything that they've said. They're not going to make too many changes. Oh, and by the way, career high 129-point season for Kucherov, which is a franchise record. I wasn't even... Didn't even know that. Didn't even know that he hit that tonight. 129 points. Jesus Christ, man, that's a lot. Here comes Matthews. Shoots. That's stopped there. Yeah, the first year or two, I think they're going to be similar to the Adidas jerseys. Some differences, of course, but nothing too crazy, I don't think. It's, you know, year 3, when they start to make their own materials and implement their own design, that's when it's going to be different, I think. Matthews trying to send it up front, gets denied there by Chernak. Here's Lyubushkin in his own zone. Out front, and wow, Stamkos was wide open on a turnover. That was crazy. Stamkos was just alone. He had no one around him. Cole made the save. Oh, out front, and Matthews. He was so open, but just couldn't get that pass. It was way out of his reach. He even dove for it. Domi again behind the net. Teammates, I think, are changing, which is why they're so late. Bertuzzi tries to feed it Domi. Just missed him. Now it's a 2-on-1. Here's Stamkos with Cirelli. Stamkos shoots and he scores. So McCabe stands up here in the middle of the ice. He does take out the man, but yeah, Stamkos just wide open. No one near him. Makes the save, and yeah, McCabe stands up, and it creates the 2-on-1, and I mean, it's just Stamkos versus the goalie, and he beats Wolf 5-hole. I mean, it's Stamkos. He's a really good player. I think the boys are missing Marner. I mean, they've done well without Marner. You know, they're like, what, 8-3-1 without him, I think is what I saw. Something like that. They've done well without him. But also, yeah, I think they're missing him more so on the penalty kill and power play than anything else. I think that's where they really do miss him. Stamkos, a 9-game point streak against Toronto. I'm surprised that wasn't a player or another penalty on the Leafs there. There was a trip and no call. Here's Nylander spinning. Trying to get around Duclair and point, and he gets collapsed on. Benoit will get there first to the point. Sends it over to McCabe with the shot, and gloved down by Vasilevsky. Ew. Man. I want to see Joseph Woll's stats in the last 3 games. see. In his last 5 games, let's see, Robertson with a shot, though. Goes wide. I'll wait for... Okay. Light comes out. So last 5 games, he played against Washington, won. 24 saves, 958 save percentage. Knives to Robertson. Robertson gets knocked down hard there. Leafs trying to forecheck here with this third line, but Tampa will get it out. So in his last 5 games, though, Joseph Woll is 2-3, a 958 save percentage, a 792, a 953, an 857, and an 840. So when he loses big. Yeah. It's not looking great for tonight. Here's Reeves behind the net. Got a good game. Leaves it for Dewar. Dewar back to the point. Timmins with a shot, and that goes off of skating wide. Now Lyubushkin sending it out front, and it just went right by everyone. I think most of the Leafs players were going off for a change. No one was in front. Oh, and Reeves gets knocked down, and that's going to be another penalty against Glendening. Trip again. Yeah, knock out his leg. He got Reeves there. Yeah, I really hope that the Leafs score. I'm gonna be honest with you. That might be a hot take, but I do hope that they score on this power play. Shockingly enough. And I do hope they win this game. I also think that would be cool. 2 things. Man, my frickin' nose. I don't know why my nose gets so stuffy when I stream. Like, it gets stuffy pretty often anyways. But, like, when I stream, it's crazy. Leafs were actually only 4 points behind Florida for 2nd place. Yeah, I did actually notice that today. You know, it's possible that they do get home ice advantage. Which, like, I mean, would be nice for the Leafs, but I don't know if they... Well, I wonder what the Leafs... What's the Leafs' home record right now? Here. Standings. Leafs home record 21-13-3. They're away 22-9-6. So, like, honestly, it's pretty similar. The Leafs on the power play here. Matthews tries to pass it, and that gets deflected. It's still loose in front, though. And I'll come back to the point. Riley holds the zone. Now here's Nylander on the far side. Gets it down for Domi. Back for Nylander. Now here's Riley with the shot. That's stopped there by Vasi. But yeah, so I don't know how much the home ice advantage will really matter. I mean, last year, right, in the first round, the Leafs won all 3 games in Tampa. So O'Reilly will try and get Leafs set up. Back pass to Matthews here, and Nylander brings it in. Domi feeds it up ahead for Willie. The two Tampa players collided. Allowed the Leafs to get the puck. O'Reilly to Matthews. Down low for Nylander. Back for Matthews. To Tavares. Good save. That gets cleared. But not out. Nylander. His shot goes wide, and that's going to boomerang back. All the way into the Leafs' blue line. Riley will chip it. The puck. Now Matthews, tried to find Domi on the far side. Good stick by Cirelli. Nylander with a quick shot. I think that deflects off of Bertuzzi and out of play. Maybe it's actually better if we don't get home ice advantage because we only won one game at home last year in the playoffs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like I'm not honestly worried about home ice advantage or anything like that. I'm more worried about who the Leafs actually play. Here's Robertson as the second unit's out. McCabe with a shot, and I don't think that got through. The battle in the corner. Timmins is in there. Holmberg sends it back to McCabe. Now here's Timmins. His shot goes up and out of play. 3 seconds left in the power play. .701 left to go. I'm going to switch to this clock because I'm going to forget if I don't. I think the top unit's going to come out here. Probably just replace Domi with a defenseman, Lyubushkin, most likely. Actually, Nyes, Holmberg, and Robertson. Okay, it's just the third line that they decided to go with. Battle in the corner here. Power play over, of course. Still in the corner. Holmberg trying to push it free. There's four Lightning players, 2 Leafs. Nyes gets into the boards pretty hard. Robertson with a shot, and that gets stopped there. Hagel will clear it. Brody had to be careful as Cirelli was behind him. Vasilevsky out to play. Comes to Cirelli, and the Hagel will take it out. Gets to the red line and will play it in. They've taken shots away from Tampa. Now only 11 shots on goal. There's a shot that goes up and out of play by Kampf. 6-0-3. Yeah, so 11 shots for Tampa, 3 goals. 23 for the Leafs. 1. I mean, like I don't want to blame Joseph Woll. The Stamkos 2-on-1, and he just beats Woll clean, but it is Stamkos. First one was a Hedman screen. It was a good shot as well from Hedman, top corner. And the last one. Oh, here's Nylander up front, and McMahon can grab a hold of that. There is a broken stick. It's Fleury. Doesn't have a stick, but Point will bring it out. Point with some speed. He'll stop up. Sends it over to Kucherov, who will play it in. That misses Duclair, so Tavares will grab a hold of it. Flip it out. McMahon around Fleury. Shoots. Oh, what a save. It was Dumba, actually, that he worked around. Wow. McMahon. McMahon just tips the puck around Dumba, grabs a hold of it, and it's a good job by Vasilevsky to be alert enough for that one. Yeah, and then the second goal was Kucherov from behind the net, out front to point, and he made a good move. So, like, it's difficult to really put any of them on Wold. The only one that you could really say is, the 2-on-1 where he just gets beat clean, but also Stamkos. But at the same time, 11 shots in goal, really tough to allow 3 of them. How awesome would it be if the Leafs Bruins met in the playoffs again? Goes to Game 7, Bruins are up 4-1 in Game 7, and the Leafs come back. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd be down with that, for sure. By the way, I guess I can mention this, because I think you were asking if I was going to stream the playoffs. I am. So, right now, my current work schedule is I usually actually work during most of the Leafs games. I have today off, which is why I'm streaming this one. But, with 99% of the Leafs games this season, I just avoid the score, then watch them back afterwards. But I have I've changed up my work schedule. I've asked to work the morning shifts, so I can actually watch the playoffs live and stream them as well. So I'll be streaming every single Leaf playoff game. I'm probably going to be tired as hell. It's not the usual time that I'm up at. I'm definitely more so of a night owl. But sometimes you gotta sacrifice it sometimes you gotta sacrifice your sleep schedule for hockey. Here's Domi, tries to knock down that puck and get a second shot away. Puck held in by the Leafs. Fleury's gonna try the other side. Now it's Timmins pinching up there. Finally, Lightning will bring the puck out. Cernak goes around the world. His shot stopped, and a rebound up front. It's still loose. Leafs trying to get it out, and they finally do clear it to the line and out. And here comes Matthews. Matthews with a little bit of a break. His shot stopped there. Edman with a long stick, able to get a little bit of a piece of that. If Matthews was a right-hander, that would have been way more helpful in that situation. But Riley, Matthews, Tavares, and his pass gets deflected off of the skates. And was that going to be an icing? That should have been icing. Surprised that it wasn't, but he's kind of get away with that. McMahon will keep in the puck and try to find Nylander, but good back check there by the Lightning. McCabe up ahead for Nylander. Centering pass to Tavares. Puck comes back to Nylander in his skates. Now it's Tavares up front, and he couldn't find McMahon. It just missed him. If the Leafs were playing in the Stanley Cup Finals and could clinch the Stanley Cup game, I don't care how late the game starts, I'm staying up and watching it. Oh yeah, for sure. 100%. I will call in sick to work or something if I work the next day and that happens. I'll be like, yep, sorry, not happening. Or I'll just quit. I'll be like, you know what? If they're like, no, you have to come in. We need you. We can't do anything else. I'll be like, nope. And they're like, we're going to fire you if you don't come in. I'll be like, okay. Sucks. Like, that's tough. I guess I have tomorrow off then. Yeah, I definitely... There's no shot. If the Leafs get anywhere close to the finals, yeah, it's... I mean, watching it, obviously, all of it anyways, but yeah, the reason I decided to change my schedule, I mean, there was a few reasons why I decided to change my schedule so I could actually watch the game lives. One, because I want to watch them live, of course. 2 because I do want to live stream them. I had a lot of fun doing that last year. And 3, I was like, okay, if the Leafs do actually, you know, go anywhere in the playoffs, and I have to, like, watch the game later, I'd be pissed. Here's Duclair with some room up front, and they score. Oh, they don't! Woll makes the save. I thought it was in. I swear I saw, like, maybe it was the end of point stick. I thought I saw a black thing in the back of the net. So it's Duclair over to point, and that's a good save by Woll. Maybe it was the end of point stick that I thought. I swear I thought that was in. I swear I saw something black in the back of the net, but he made the save, and it was a good one for sure. That's definitely something that they needed. Now here's Bertuzzi, tries to feed it to, or Domi tried to feed it to Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi, oh, gets robbed. That's a huge save by Vasilevsky. Matthews, a hard pass to Bertuzzi. Oh, here's Domi. His shot stopped. Matthews couldn't get the rebound there, and Duclair will bring it out. Duclair and then Benoit get tangled up together. They're gonna call a penalty. I think they're calling both. Yeah, it looks like. So it's Matthews with a rocket of a pass to Bertuzzi. It goes off his skate. He didn't get a stick on it, but it went off his skate, and yeah, I mean that's a little bit of a hold from. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that Duclair even got called for any of that. I think Duclair only got a call because Benoit's helmet came off. So 4-on-4 for the last 144. So Nylander out there with Tavares right now, with Timmins and Riley. Tavares will bring it in. His shot deflected and goes up and out of play. Minute 30 to go. One thing that I've noticed as of late, as Stamkos won the draw there. Let's see. Riley around Riley, sending it up front, and didn't get a shot away. Was Fleury, or he did late. I don't think that was a clean accept from Fleury there. Yeah, he had to reach back. That's what it was. Why he didn't get the shot right away, and why it was kind of a weak one too. I mean, he tried going 5-hole, and Woll, good enough. It made the save, closed the pads, but definitely not the ideal shot from Hayden Fleury on that one. I know you said you don't care about the Canadian Cup drought being ended if it's not the Leafs. It'd be nice to see the Cup back in Canada. Yeah, I don't care at all. I really, like, Flames I'd be happy with because they're my second favorite team. Oilers I'd be semi-happy with just because of McDavid and Hyman. Here's Nylander. He gets thick on that. Vancouver, I don't mind Vancouver as well, so if they won the Cup, I'd be fine. But Winnipeg, no. Ottawa, Montreal, hell no. like, way no. Kucherov getting booed here? Yeah, I think they're booing Kucherov. Here's Hedman to Kucherov, and stopped there by McCabe. Brody. Speed sends it up to Matthews. His shot off a stick and up and out of play. Now there's some pushing and shoving after the whistle. Little face wash from Brody on Radish there. And Edmund Matthews having a conversation there. But yeah, what I was gonna say is I've noticed that they've really, like, in a lot of games they adjust the shot totals a ton. And I feel like that's been a thing ever since the NHL released that statement about like hits. They released a statement where they like went back through a lot of games and adjusted the hit totals of a lot of people. And I feel like ever since then they've really been very precise on the shot totals. I feel like I always see them change throughout the game. So the period will come to an end here. Tuesday has one last opportunity, guns it over to Riley. Just shoot the puck, guys. They couldn't get the shot away. That will do it 3-1. Not great. Not the best. But that does it for the second. So let me this second mission. Okay. What do I want to do for this intermission? It's a good question. I am not. Oh. This for now. I will just put on music. Well, I think. Do. Yeah, I'm not too sure what I want to do in this intermission, to be honest with you. Well, actually, one thing that I could do. So, I'm not much of an AI guy. In fact, for the most part, I kind of don't like it. However, there was one site that I found that, you know, it of course makes AI music for you, and I was kind of playing around with it. You know, just wanted to see, you know, what I could come up with. Some of them are really bad. They're actually not really that great. I tried making one for like tonight's game where it was like Leafs against the Lightning. Couldn't really come up with anything that great. Tried with one with Matthews, like going for 70 goals. Didn't really hear anything that great. However, I made, well, I didn't make. AI made one where it was an introspective, or it was a Midwest emo song about sports gambling. That was the prompt that I put in. Let's see, does this pick up? This is what I came up with. It's so funny. I just loved it so much. I place my bets hoping for a win, but the odds were stacked against me. The losing streak begins. Late night it's so funny. The chorus is the best part for sure. But the more I tried to calculate, the more I lost control. The thrill of the gamble had taken its toll. Oh, the bet I made, it's tearing me apart. Putting my faith in the numbers, a fool's game from the start. I'm drowning in regrets, lost in this dark sea. Oh, the bet I made, it's taking everything from me. Beautiful. Like the only, like I said, I'm not an AI person at all. I think that's the first time that I've really even screwed around with AI stuff. I don't do it very often. And obviously there's like a lot of bad implications with AI, but I think like that was just when I put out that, or like put in that thing, and it came out with that, I was like, okay, this is fucking funny. I was like, this is awesome. But then I tried making other ones, and they were all shit. And I was like, okay, so it was kind of just a one-time thing. What's my next video going to be? I'm probably going to talk about the Mitchell and... I'm talking about Mitchell and Ness again. I wasn't really planning on doing it, to be honest with you, because I already made, of course, the 2 videos about it. But they've kind of upgraded the jerseys a little bit. So they're a little bit better now. So I'm probably going to talk about that because I feel like I should. Although I don't think they currently have any on their site right now. Yeah, but they've put out a little bit here and there. So I think, you know, I don't have a ton of information on what they actually are gonna, how many of those they're gonna make, like these basically upgraded versions. But I think I'll talk about that. Then, I mean, I need to, like I said, I want to make a video kind of going over where I look for jerseys again. I want to talk about that because, one, that video is 3 years old or whatever, 4 years old. It's been a long time since I, you know, well, it was like my second or third video, I think. So it's an old video, and, you know, some things have changed. I kind of praised Cool Hockey quite a bit in that video, and my opinion on them has changed drastically since then. So I do want to make that video. And then I also want to make a video about customization. I've been meaning to make that for a while. Jersey fouls as well. I've been meaning to make that for like a couple of months. But I don't know. I'm really bad with, like, when I have an idea that, like, I want to try and get it perfect, and so it kind of stops me from making the video. And so I kind of just need to, I just need to go ahead and record those things. Because if I keep waiting like I'm doing now for no reason, like there's no reason that I'm not doing those videos. It's not like I'm waiting on something else. But I don't know. It's like, I just get in my head about it. And I'm like, okay, I want to make it like this. I wanted this, like, it to be perfect. And I mean, it never ends up like that, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll see when that Mitchell and Ness video comes out. Hoping that I'll record it tomorrow night and get it out for Friday. That's the plan right now. We'll see if that actually comes to pass or not. And then I have some unboxings as well that I need to do. When they get here, that is. Every time the Leafs get eliminated from the playoffs, it's hard for me to sleep at night. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Other videos looking through. Oh yeah. Yeah, I have ideas. It's just you know, just actually doing them is the difficult part. Actually sitting down and recording. It's like, sometimes it takes me a bit to do that. I guess I can do the one. My Stanley Cup Finals prediction. Well, I think, did I do a prediction at the end of the year or at the start of the year? I know my winner was Dallas. That's who I had winning the cup at the start of the season. I don't remember if I think I might have just thrown the Leafs in. And I guess I can go back and watch my video. See. Yeah, I did have the Leafs. The Leafs and the Stars were my prediction. I don't have that right now. I think, honestly, right now. Hmm. Yeah, like the Rangers, obviously, I could see going there. Boston as well. I know Florida's kind of been slumping, but they are built for the playoffs. That is a playoff-built team. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I find the East kind of hard to predict. I'm not sure who I have coming out of the East. Like, I'm looking at all these teams, and I'm like, the only team that I could really see going to the finals is Florida. But I'm like, okay, well, they just went last year. That's kind of an easy pick. Like, Philadelphia, like, okay, Washington, no. Detroit, no. Philadelphia, no. Tampa, I mean, yeah. Toronto, I don't see it, man. I'm not confident in the Leafs this year. Florida, yes. Carolina, they can make it to the conference final, but kind of where I see them stopping. I guess I'll say Boston. I'm gonna say Boston, Vegas. I'm gonna say Boston, Colorado. That's what I'll say. With putting a little bit of thought into it, but not too much. What would be your dream Stanley Cup final matchup? Mine would be Toronto, Edmonton. For this year of who can actually make it. Yeah, probably. Probably Toronto, Edmonton. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose again, man. Yeah, for who could actually make it this year, Toronto, Edmonton, or Toronto, Vancouver, one of those two. I was gonna say, like, overall it would be Toronto, Calgary, but no, it would be Toronto, Calgary. It would be Toronto, Calgary. I was gonna say overall, I don't know if I would want Toronto, Calgary, because I'd kind of be, rooting a little bit for both, but no, I wouldn't. I would not be rooting for Calgary at all. Like, I don't even think, like, yeah, I definitely would not be, like, happy if Toronto lost that against the Flames. That'd be sad. Yeah. But it would mean that I could possibly go to a Cup final game, which would be cool. Although I don't think I would have the money to do it, but, there would be the chance. But yeah, this year, probably Toronto, Vancouver, or Toronto, Edmonton. Overall, Toronto Flames. Toronto, Calgary. Let's see what my. I'm gonna pull up my predictions. Do this, dude. Look at these predictions. Toronto winning the Atlantic. I mean, they're kind of close. Boston, a wild card. Lamau. Right, being that low. Devils being that high. Penguins in a wild card. I had the Caps, you know, Caps being all right. I had the Flames in third. Oh, what an idiot. I had Seattle up there in a wild card as well. I mean, I did. Let's see. You know, I had Montreal right. And Florida in second, right? You know, at least, you know, so far where we're at. Had none of the Metro right. I had nope. Predators are in fifth, not in fourth. Man, the Wild are in sixth, eh? Damn. I had Arizona and Chicago right. Right, and I had the Ducks in San Jose right. And I had technically I had Seattle right as well. They're in fifth, but I had them as a wild card team, and they are not that. But you know, all things considered, better than expected. That's funny. I do like that. Like, pretty much the only ones that I got right were the lower place, like the last place teams in their division. Well, you know, any chance of an all-Canadian Stanley Cup Finals happening this for those teams? Yeah, at least it would have to be one of the teams. I mean, pretty much almost every year. It's like, I mean, I guess, you know, once Montreal and Ottawa, whenever they get their shit together. But man, like Ottawa's crazy. It's so funny just how bad that team is, bro. Like, and it's so funny because like every year their fans are like, I mean, I know the Leaf fans are like this too, just in an like not in the same way. You know, Ottawa fans are like, yeah, this year we're gonna be good and we're gonna make the playoffs. For the Leafs, it's like, this year we're gonna be good and we're gonna win the cup. So, you know, it's kind of the same thing, but yeah, it's just like they're not a good team. Just not. Right. I'm ready for the game to start. I'm ready for the third period. Should be starting soon, right? Yep. The Devils are up 3-2 on the Rangers. Interesting. I mean, the Devils are been very, very minimal on what teams I've watched. So my predictions will probably be way off, but kind of the fun of it, right? Here's Tavares with a shot stopped there. But yeah, it's still 4-4, I forgot. Only for 1 second, but... Tavares wins the draw. Rielly with the shot, and that gets deflected, goes back to the point. McMahon was out there with Tavares, Nylander, and Rielly, but that was because Benoit was coming on in 1 second. Here, Stamkos with a shot blocked in front. And Duclair couldn't get a rebound. McMahon will dump and chase. Tavares battling, and here's Fleury. Oh, Matthews had 7 of his shots blocked. Crazy. Yeah, I think the Leafs are playing Florida. I think that's who they're playing, and I'm not looking forward to it. I'm gonna be honest with you. If the Leafs play Florida in the first round, I don't think they're winning. That shot, or that pass, I should say, is blocked by Bertuzzi, and he'll play it out to Domi. Domi with some speed around Hedman. Tried to feed it out front and didn't really get it there. Puck was like bouncing and everything. Hedman's pass missed his man, so it'll be an icing call against the Lightning. Matthews had 17 minutes and 12 seconds of ice time through the last 2 periods. He had 18:51 against the Caps, 16:21 against the Sabres. Third line out here. Holmberg to take the draw, and he'll get waived. Robertson loses against point, though. Radish will dump that, and goes right on Woll, so no icing. Do you think if the Leafs play Florida, think they'll at least go more than 5 games this time? Yeah, I do. But I don't know, like, I know Florida's not playing well right now. I know the Leafs just won against them. But I just don't. I just don't see them winning winning a 7-game series against them. I don't know. I wish I could. But, and I mean, like, to be fair, like, obviously the Leafs had 2 really good periods against Florida. Their third was not that great. It was a little sloppy at times. And they did not have Rielly, Yarncroke. Oh, and then it's a turnover here, and Mott stopped. No, sorry, that's Janone. 86, or 84, not 64. Now Camp the other way with Reeves. Reeves to Dewar. Dewar tried to find Timmins, but it was just out of his reach. Camp and Dewar battling behind the net. It comes out front, and Reeves jarring with a Tampa player. Are they going to fight? And they are. It's Jeannot and Reeves at center ice. Dancing each other up. Now Reeves with a shot there. Jeannot falls immediately, and Reeves is like, what the hell? Get back up. I want more. There's another shot by Reeves. Jeannot with some rights. Reeves with the right. Oh, Jeannot got him hard there. Reeves with 2. Reeves' helmet is off. Jeannot's still on. Reeves, oh, a big shot, and Jeannot goes down. There we go, Reeves. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so it's Reeves and Jeannot. Jeannot kind of gets a check up high, and now they're going back at each other, and they're like, all right, let's go. And where's the... That's the shot right there, yeah. That's the big one. That puts down Jeannot. But yeah, obviously the Leafs played Florida. They were down Riley, Yarncroke, and Marner. But I don't know. I still just don't love the odds against Panthers. The only way Leafs are going to avoid Boston or Florida is if they go on a massive losing streak and fall into a wild card, and then we're going on a massive winning streak and finish first in the division. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're playing Florida. That's what's happening. I think that's the way that's going to go. And yeah, I mean, like, even if they do go on a massive losing streak, though, I think the Rangers are ahead of Boston at the moment. Yeah, they are. So I guess they could fall into the first wild card, and that would have them face the Rangers. But I mean, look, either way, it doesn't really matter who you're playing, right? Like, you're either playing, the Bruins, who are the Bruins against the Leafs, playing the Panthers, who, kind of, you got wrecked in the second round last year. Or you're playing, that got past McCabe, and now here's Kucherov on a breakaway, makes a move and a good left pad save. Kucherov is heated. He thinks that he should have gotten a penalty. So it's McCabe who just tries to hold the line and completely misses it. Kucherov in all alone, and it's a one-handed flash there by Benoit. That's a... I mean... I can see an argument there for sure. It is a slash and it was near the hands, but I think it hit the stick and the one-handed kind of lightly. Cooper's not happy about it though. I don't think Leaf fans are going to chanting "We want Florida" this year. I mean, they chanted that for both Boston and Florida, right? It was back and forth. So, but the narrative is that they really mostly only showed the Leaf fans saying "We want Florida." They were just excited that they got out of the first round, which is like, yeah, me too, man. Ooh, that shot there stopped by Wolin. McCabe had to clear that. Nylander trying to get around Duclair. He does, so he'll be routing his own zone and come to center. He turns back again. I'll send it over to Holmberg so he can change. Here's Brody up ahead for Holmberg. Holmberg with some room, and he stopped Vasilevsky. Oh. We all got a little too cocky after the Leafs got out of the first round last year, but in reality, the second round, a big rally set in the second round, unfortunately. I mean, I don't know. It. I mean, I get what you're saying, but also at the same time, it's like not like we had any effect on the game, right? We're just fans. It's not like we can do anything. We're just excited. Like I said, we want Boston chance too. So there's Brody tried to hit Knies in front, but it went off a skate. AC Mod kind of got a little bit of a hold there on Timmins, no call. Paul trying to get around Timmins here. Oh, come on! Timmins is going to get a penalty, but I disagree with this one. That's literally Paul grabbing the stick. That's literally it's literally Paul grabbing the stick. What the hell, bro? That's crazy. You know, they do not call holding the stick penalties anymore. That's something that I've really noticed like this year is they don't call that penalty at all. And there are a lot of times where the guy will just hold onto the stick of the other player and they just don't call it ever. I don't know why. Just not a penalty. I would love to see. I don't know if someone tracks this. I would kind of like to see like a spreadsheet of how many times a cross ice pass and Stamkos missed the net. But I would like to see a list of how many times each penalty is called in a season. Like how many times has tripping been called this year? How many times has hooking, too many men, and holding the stick. That's the one that I'm like. I'd be like I'm trying to remember if the Leafs have played a game where there's a holding the stick call. Yeah, and that's a shot by Hedman that no one around at all, so it's an easy save by Wool. Yeah. It's a funny face by Hedman there going, oh man, I didn't realize that literally no one was in front of the net. Please clear the puck and Vasilevsky out to play it. 55 seconds left to go. Kucherov. Let's pass it across. Missed point, but it goes Stamkos. Here's Kucherov out front. Wow. Kucherov was trying to find the stick of Cirelli, but if he just shot it, I think he had probably a better chance of it going in. Maybe a little too fancy there by Kuch. Kuch out front to point, and I think that's stopped. Kucherov here again. Tried to send it out front. It goes back to Kucherov to point. That just goes wide of the net. 13 seconds left to go. Kucherov. Here on the near side again. Back for Hedman. His shot. Deflect up front. It's loose. McMahon can't find it, and that shot by Kucherov goes wide. Penalty is done. Leafs can't clear it, though. Holmberg will send it back, and now the Leafs will get pointed in the right direction. And Stamkos and Holmberg are kind of going at each other by the benches there. The pass that missed Bertuzzi. Oh, they say that it actually did hit Bertuzzi. So no ice. Fleury with a long pass to to Glendening. I don't know why I said Bellmer again. Because Bellmer's on my mind. But offside against the Lightning there. That's a good save by Wool there on Kucherov. 10 minutes left to go. The game, about, maybe it's more like 11. And, yeah, I don't know, I'm not confident that they're coming back in this one, but we'll see. You know, it is the NHL in 2024. Never really fully take your foot off the gas. Got a hair on my sweater. Which Leafs no goal in the playoffs was worse? John Tavares won in 2022 or Morgan Rielly won in 2023? I don't remember. I don't even remember the Tavares one. Or not the Tavares one. Because the Tavares one was the one. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. The Tavares one was when Justin Hall got that pick penalty in Game 7. What was the Morgan Rielly one? Not coming to mind right now, honestly. I don't know why. Let's see. Let me look it up. And Rielly. Oh. Oh, yeah, this one. I'm gonna say I'll say the Tavares one. I forgot. I'll be honest. I definitely forgot about that Rielly goal. Definitely forgot about that one. Definitely the Tavares one for sure. At least in my opinion. Because that is a play that happens 100 times. With Rielly's one, at least in my opinion, you can kind of argue that it didn't go in. I think it did, but at the same time, like I don't think that was going to change the series for the Leafs. I think even if they won that game, I think they're still losing the series. But with the Tavares one, the Leafs were only. I don't remember if the Leafs were down a goal at that point or not. But anyways, it was a 1-goal game. So, like, and it's Game 7. So, like, I think the Tavares one for sure. And I think that type of pick play happens so often. So, yeah, definitely Tavares one for me. That puck misses everyone. They're saying no ice. Why? Okay. 9:55 left to go. Shots 22-28 in favor of the Leafs. Score 3-1. Long pass up ahead. On Wool. It's the Kucherov line, first line out here against the third line of the Leafs. A good little play by Benoit there to lift the skates so it could go to his D-man. D-pair. Here's Point. Trying to get off the checking of Nyes, and Dumma plays it up ahead. Benoit couldn't get there. Didn't get that one to Robertson. It's played back in. Nylander out here. Nice reverse check on Eyssimont there. The puck doesn't get out. Ott in the corner, battling for it. Robertson is still out here. He's been out here for a little while. still in the corner here. Glendening, Mott, Robertson, Brody. Leaf fans are wanting a whistle. Now it finally comes free, and here's Hagel. That shot goes wide. Tavares will bring it out, gets it over to Nylander. He'll flip it in. Tavares after it. It goes on Vasilevsky, who will hold on. I feel like if those goals happened against the Leafs, they would have counted both of them. I don't know. Maybe. I definitely feel like the Tavares one, because, yeah, like, I want to see. John Tavares. Oh. Yeah. So, okay. So it's a 1-0 game. Tampa's up 1. 11 minutes left in the second period. So obviously, like, to me, I'm not saying that it isn't a pick. I do think Justin Hall did that on purpose, yes. But at the same time, I think that play happens. Like, even if you look at the reaction of Cirelli, I can't show it on screen, obviously. But if you look at the reaction of Cirelli, who was the one that got picked there, he doesn't even complain about it. He's like, yeah, it just happens. Stamkos does complain, but Cirelli says nothing. Yeah, for me, it's definitely the Tavares one, for sure. Showing some Matthews highlights, obviously getting his 63rd goal of the year. He has 6 shots, 13 attempts, 7 blocked shots, like his shots being blocked, I should say. It's on a 9-game point streak, 8 goals, 17 points. Has not been much of the season where he's not been good. Basically been on fire all year. Fourth line out here for the Leafs. Reeves back out after his fight. And Jeannot went to the dressing room. Interesting. Here's Kampf with it. Brings it in all by himself. Wraps it around the net. Sends it back to the point. Now here's Stewart with the shot, and that goes wide. Timmins with a fake shot. He holds the line. We'll send it back for Kampf. Kampf plays it in. Now Dewar. He gets knocked off the puck, and Mott's there as well. It goes back to the far side here. Timmins pinching again. Tried to send it over for Kampf, but didn't have enough mustard to get to him, so here's Dumba with it. Comes out. Glendening will just tip it in. Kampf with it. Kampf tried to get a stretch pass to Bertuzzi there. Didn't quite get him, so the puck goes back into the Leaf zone and get all set up here. Now that's played in. Oh, a weird bounce, and Vasilevsky had to be careful there. Jeez. Cabe up ahead for Bertuzzi. Played in. Fleury wraps it around. Cabe keeps it in. Here's Domi to Matthews, and he's stopped. Didn't have a ton to work with Matthews. That play gets called for a hand pass. So here's the Riley dump in that goes off a stanchion, and it goes off the post. So that's close there. And then Matthews at the goal line. Do I collect the NHL video games? No. I have I have not played an NHL game since I think the lot like outside of like playing what was it NHL Hits 2004 on the stream. Outside of that, the last time that I've played an NHL game probably was 2012, 2013. I've not played any of the newer games. And by the newer games, I mean basically any of the games in the last 10 years, I've not played an NHL game. I wouldn't mind picking up, I was thinking about doing it this year, where I would pick up NHL 24 and make a video about that, playing an NHL game for the first time in a decade or whatever. I don't know, something like that. But I never ended up doing that. I would need to figure out also like how to even record with my PlayStation. I don't think they released the games on PC if I'm not mistaken. So I'd need to figure that out. I don't have a capture card. So I don't know if there's another way that I can go about doing it. I didn't really look into it, to be completely honest. But yeah, anyways, obviously I didn't oh, Riley out front to Nylander, and he tips it just wide. It was a good hold by Tavares. So here's a 2-on-1 for the Lightning. Paul, and he scores. That's one that Joseph Woll needs to save. That is one that Joseph Woll needs to stop. Yeah, oh, Nylander didn't even get all of that puck. And then Timmins tries to pinch here. It doesn't work. It's a good flip pass, and Riley does a good job blocking off the pass, and it's... Yeah, that's one that you need to save. Yeah, loose killer Nick Paul, yep. Yeah, that's a bad one. And it's definitely a backbreaker as well. Like, he just kills all the momentum. Ooh, Kampf and Reeves almost had a nice little play there, but Kampf couldn't accept the pass back. First loss to Tampa since Game 5 of the playoffs last year. Yeah, I mean, they've only played them like, what? Is this their second game against them this year? I don't think they've played too many games against them so far. I know they played them again, like, in 2 weeks or whatever. But yeah, honestly not super surprising of a loss, to be honest. But unfortunate for sure. I would have liked to win. I would have liked for them to, for them to actually clinch a playoff spot, but there's always next game, I guess. When did they play next? Leafs' next game is on Saturday against Montreal, in Montreal. They could clinch it then. Although I wonder if, I'm assuming Detroit Islanders play. Capitals play tomorrow. The Islanders play tomorrow. And Wings play on Friday. I'm assuming, if all of them lost, probably would also clinch the Leafs. I don't know exactly, but Oh, they're just showing the playoff picture here. Yeah, so I mean, the worst part about this loss is the Lightning will go to 91 points. They'll be within 4 points of the Leafs. I guess it is possible the Leafs don't play Florida. And they play, the Rangers or Boston. I mean, it's not like the Leafs play Montreal too well. 99 third period goals this year for the Lightning, which leads the NHL. Even if the Leafs fall into the first wildcard spot, they're probably still going to play Florida or Boston because of the Rangers have more points than them right now. Yeah, that's true. You're right. Sorry, for some reason I was thinking... I don't know why I was thinking that the Rangers would play the first wild card. I don't know why I was thinking that. But now that you just said that, I'm like, oh yeah, no, obviously they would play the second wild card spot. But that is also, I mean, the Rangers would have to keep that lead on Boston where they only have 1 point. Although it looks like the Rangers are going to probably win tonight. That is their game in hand, so they'll be up to 3 points ahead. But 4:19 left here to go. I hope that there's not too many more whistles. That is what I hope. I hope that we can just... There's only one whistle that I hope, and that is an Austin Matthews goal. He's out there right now. That shot deflected wide. Bertuzzi trying to find Matthews. Domi. Matthews behind the net and gets knocked away from him. Relly flips it. Here's Matthews. McCabe. That shot stopped there. Vasilevsky will hold on. Pew, 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 pew. An interesting question. What's more painful, being a Leafs fan or being a Sabres fan? Sabres. Oh, it's definitely the Sabres. No question. I mean, I guess it... The unfortunate thing with the Leafs, obviously, is, is that the Leafs do actually have some expectations. So it sucks that much more when they lose. However, you do still get those high moments with the Leafs, right? You still get... even though it's only been one playoff series win, you still get some wins in the playoffs. Some really good stretches throughout the regular season. You still get Matthews having 2 60-goal seasons in 3 years. Being a Sabres fan, what do you get? You get Eichel, who, leaves your team. You get a lot of former Sabres players saying, yeah, it kind of sucks being there, and it drains your love of the game. Like, even McCabe recently has been like a few days ago, he was like, yeah, like, it sucked when the Leafs came into play in Buffalo because they just fill the arena and there's just a bunch of Leaf fans and you feel like you're not at home. Like, it sucks. So I would say being a Sabres fan, just because there are no positives there, right? You don't really get any positives. With the Leafs, although there is a lot of negatives, And you do get a lot more sad with the losses. At least you still have those highs. Babushkin's in the corner here. Up in the play, and the puck comes free. Minute 34 left to go. Bushkin back for Benoit. Holberg's pass. Miss Dewar. He was going to the bench. I understand, although I feel like there's a lot more crap being talked about the Leafs than the Sabres. Well, yeah, that's because people feel bad for the Sabres. The only reason people don't talk shit about Sabres fans is because they just feel bad for them. Team hasn't been in the playoffs for, what, 12 years now? 11 years? Like, that's just mean. It's just punching down at that point, you know? And I wouldn't even say like other fans shit talking Leaf fans is that painful. You know, it kind of just depends on, like, it doesn't bother me at all. You know, I get why, you know, some people don't like Leaf fans. I get it. I get why some people don't like the Leafs. I understand. Oh, that's a surprise that. I think if that was you know, a first period play, I think Timmins would have got interference there. Sorry, I just was listening to the broadcast there. I think they said this is the first time since they started tracking hits that every single player on the roster has, or every single player on the ice has registered one in a game. That's what I heard. 10.5 left to go. But yeah, it's just like, I don't really take anything that other fans say about the Leafs to heart. Just like, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Doesn't bother me at all. In fact, sometimes it's funny. So, do you actually think Matthews is going to hit 70? I hope he does. I do too. Well, Reeves with a shot there. Just let it go. All right, so that does it. The Leafs will lose 4-1. Unfortunate. See, before last game, you know, when he was just at 60, I was like, I don't think he is. I don't think he is going to hit the 70. But with 2 goals last game, a goal this game, being at 63, he can. It's possible. So maybe, I hope he does. Yeah, I do too. I really hope he hits 70. That'd be awesome. But we'll have to see. 7 games left in the year for the Leafs. Obviously dropping that one. So the final stretch of games for the Leafs. So they go to Montreal for Saturday, are at home against Pittsburgh on Monday. Next day, they fly to New Jersey. Then they face New Jersey again on Thursday. Saturday, at home against Detroit. And then a back-to-back on the 16th, 17th against Florida and Tampa. So, like, you know, Montreal, and it should be an easy game, but let's be honest, Montreal likes to you know, wake up for the Leafs. Pittsburgh and New Jersey, that shouldn't be too hard. Detroit would be fighting for their playoff lives, so you'd think they would have some pushback. And then obviously Florida and Tampa, you know, their teams in the playoffs, and that's right before the playoffs, so that's probably going to be, I guess it depends on on the lineups they actually put out, I should say, because maybe they don't put out any crazy lineups and they save up for the playoffs. But anyways, I do think he had 70. I'm gonna say he had 70, and I hope so. But anyways, that's gonna do it for me. That's probably gonna be my last stream of the regular season. Maybe I'll do one of the games against Florida or Tampa. But I mean, if Matthews is close to 70 in with those 2 games, I probably will stream, but we'll see. we'll see. No promises. But I will be doing the playoffs, of course, like I said. So if I don't see it before the playoffs, I mean, obviously I'll be uploading. But if I don't stream before the playoffs, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys then. But yeah, appreciate being here, Leafs fan. As always, it's good to have you. Good talking. And go Leafs go. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.